All right, let's get back on wiring the Scout. So typically, as you can see, when it comes to wiring, you create a big effing mess. The basics of what I'm doing to the Scout is full wiring, everything. I ripped out every single speck of wire. It was all junk, everything was garbage. So I went out, bought a universal kit to wire up the Scout. I'm going to add on an additional Bussmann relay center to control all of my externals, all the lighting, the winch, the compressor for the lockers, the air lockers, and some of the other things as well. Sorry, some of the other things as well. So we're going to focus on the front end of the Scout. I've already got the rear end all wired up. I didn't do any video of that because I wasn't doing videos yet. So now we're going to do the same thing to the front. We're going to get all that wired up, get all the lights working, get everything set up the way I want, run that all up into the cab as well, and then clean up with nice looms and get that all done. So then that way, when the wiring harness shows up, which was already supposed to be here, for the engine, that's pretty much just going to be a plug and play, and there's 4 wires, and I just got to have those 4 wires ready, hook it up, and then just check continuity and so on and so forth. And of course, there's 15 other steps, or 20 or 30, until I actually do turn the ignition key and put gas in it and fire it up. I went out and picked up a couple horns, a high note and a low note. The Scout originally had 1 horn in the back. I still have it, and it was junk. I like 2 horns, obviously a high and a no low. It's going to be a nice sound. So I went ahead and put those in this location. Originally it was on the back side over on the other side. I think this is a cleaner look and it's going to give better sound. And as you can see, I went ahead and ran it. I think everything's nice and clean. It's not blocking my air vent for the air inside the vehicle. Because I do need that because, you know, it's so confining in an open cab. But anyway, I still got to have it because I want to have my ductwork in here and I want it to look right. So I have my main fuse that's going to be just tied into the starter, from the starter up to the ignition switch. I like to put just like a main breaker fuse. That's going to be mounted right here against the firewall as well. Everything's pretty much going to be centrally located right in this area. And then it's going to all go inside of the cab right through that opening right there once I make the opening. So that's why I've stopped where I'm at on this wiring.
This is prefix for the hazards not flashing with the vehicle completely off. My turn signals are integrated into the headlights. They're a turn signal daytime running lamp. So when the truck is off, those turn signals will not work because the truck needs to be on for those signals to work. They're tied in with the daytime running lamps, which I do not want tied in, obviously, when the vehicle is off. So as you can see right now, nothing's happening. And the rear ones are working perfectly. And they're working perfectly on the dash. But when I turn the vehicle to the on position and then go to the front, the daytime running lamps are on. And so now they're working because I brought power to the daytime running lamps. And these headlights they're meant for a Jeep Wrangler. The Wrangler has obviously daytime running lamps, so it's already pre-wired up for this to work. But obviously this is not a Jeep Wrangler, so I had to improvise. So I've got it fixed, so I want you to see the front end like it is now. To this. So these are some off-road LED lights that I bought. I've integrated them into the bumper, and they run as white lights as well as this amber light or orange light. So they're a 3-wire system. So I went ahead and incorporated the 1 wire for the ambers into the daytime running lamps, which has the front turn signals in it. So now my hazards are on. I have no power on the vehicle. I just pushed the hazard button. So now I got front hazards. And I have my rear hazards. So my hazards work correctly now. You can see on the dash. So then when I turn the vehicle to the on position, Now my daytime running lamps should be on, and they are. And now my upper turn signals work as well. And they work in sync with the new lights that I put in. So now I'll show you, I'll turn these off. And I will turn on the lower lights. So the daytime running lamps are on, the lower lights are on, and now those lights are fog lights as well. And now I'll turn the turn signals on. And they flash. It kind of looks like more of a pink, but it still flashes with it. So, but I won't be driving down the road with these lights on very often. So I'm not too concerned about it. Everything works the way it should. That's all I care about.